Hi everyone, welcome to the channel dedicated to sharing the profound insights and wisdom of Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier. If you're new here, you're in for a journey that expands your mind and consciousness, bringing you closer to understanding the messages from the fifth density Andromedan extraterrestrials. For those returning, we're grateful for your continued support. Before we dive into today's enlightening content, we have a small favor to ask. If you find value in the knowledge shared in this video, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us amplify Alex Collier's message, allowing us to reach a larger audience with these vital messages. We'd also love to hear from you, so please engage with the comments below. Whether it's a question, your thoughts, or even just an emoji for the sake of engagement, every comment counts. We read every single comment, and your feedback is incredibly valuable to us, as it all contributes to our mission of expanding this community. So please don't hesitate to leave your thoughts below. Additionally, if you'd like to support us further, consider giving a super thanks tip by clicking the heart with the $sign. This small gesture allows us to continue bringing you more of Alex's messages, unfiltered and directly from his lifelong experiences with the Andromedans. Today's video includes a compilation of several of the many important questions Alex Collier has received over the past few years, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video.
I'm a bit worried that the next level of Earth humans is to be in 4D, but knowing that the lower 4D contains demons, jinns, and so forth, how do we transcend the lower 4D in order to become those, in order to avoid becoming those entities or affected by them? Our next destination is 5D, right?
Rumor has it. Hold on one second. Rumor has it. Now, let's talk about the jinn and all that dark magic. If you're empowered, they can't do anything to you. Okay? They can't do anything to you. If you're empowered with spirit, with the Holy Spirit, if you're empowered with self-knowledge, you know who you are. Dude, you can walk through the valley of death and no one can touch you. End of story. Those guys up there, they're the ones manipulating those who are lost here, those who have no clue, those who live in fear, those who are hooked on drugs, those who have opened up their energy field to be drained dry like a vampire. Those are the people they feast on. They don't feast on those people who are self-empowered, who are knowledgeable, who walk with Creator, with the Holy Spirit, with isness, okay, with the Great Spirit. People in that space who are connected to Source, they can't fuck with. Oh, sorry about that. You know, it's no different here. You know, it's no different here. If you're self-empowered, people don't screw with you. You know? Walking the path of heart is always the right path. Always. We make detours. We make U-turns. We make stupid decisions. We make mistakes. And what happens is we move off that path of heart. And what happens is we have all these experiences where we acquire all of this knowledge and wisdom from the experience. And then when we come back to the path of heart, we are very, very wise and much wiser for the experience. What we realize, as long as we stay on the path of heart, is that as long as we don't hold on to the past, we're moving forward into the future. Okay? And as long as you're clear about your intent of where you're going, you'll get there. There's no question about it. You'll get there. Just believe in yourself. Psychology has done horrible harm to humanity because it never talks about the soul. It never brings into the realm of spirit and what that's all about. And that's one of those things that's going to be exposed. They create all these medicines, these narcotics, these horrible medications that just spiral people. And they change the frequency of the brain, which then changes the connection to source. This is it. All the broken pieces find their way home, and they're going to. Okay, that's what the fix is about. That's what the big fix is about. That's why we're here. That's why all this other help is here, is to make sure that all the broken pieces find their way home. Home, which is source. Okay, Creator, Great Spirit, Holy Spirit. It's going to be okay. Warren, it's a great question. It's going to be okay. Okay? Walk with your strength. Be your strength. Okay? If you doubt yourself, send me an email and I'll remind you about how incredible you are. So you don't have to doubt yourself, because I don't doubt you. I don't doubt you at all. Okay? You've been there for me and I'm there for you, even though we're thousands and thousands of miles apart. I will remind you about how incredible you are.
Are the Draco reptilians still in charge here on Earth, or is there AI, that's now running the show? If either in force, how do we best oppose them?
Okay. Are the reptilians in total control? No. Is AI in total control? No, it's not. Do they exist? Yes. Are they existing simultaneously? Yes. Are they part of, is it completely part of the dark side agenda? No. Some of the AI is not dark oriented at all. Okay. It's managed. But if the reptilians and the dark side of AI were in control, do you think they would be screwing with us the way they are? Do you think they would be feeding everyone all this hyped up fear? Do you think that they would be trying to convince us that this is the end of life and everything as we know it? Come on. No. Only someone who has lost control behaves like this and acts like this and acts like they're desperate. I'm telling you guys, it's all good. We're just playing it out. All right? We're playing it out. And as it's being played out, it's coming from behind the scenes, hidden in the dark corners. It's coming to light. It's coming out into focus in front of everybody to finally see who's been behind the curtain, who has been manipulating humanity. That's the purpose for this. There is a real purpose to having this being drawn out the way it is so that slowly people become acclimated, people build a foundation of knowledge, so that when it comes out and it's in the light of day and everyone can see what it is and what it's been, everyone will then make a choice. Because humanity has to be on board with this. Humanity has to be on board with this shift, We all have to have skin in the game. Do you understand? No one gets a free ride here. You have to have personal power. Okay? You're not just going to lollygag yourself into a whole new world without taking some personal responsibility for what you think and what you believe. So this is all a process. It's all a process of awakening everybody to what's been going on. Okay, we have to own this change, guys. We have to own this change. Okay, the law of consistency. How can we teach younger generations if we don't own it? Okay, you can't. Then it's all bullshit. Then it's all bullshit. And that's just what they're teaching everybody in schools. All bullshit. And most of them aren't owning any of what they're teaching. They know it's garbage. They know it's rubbish. You know? Why would we want that model? We have to change all that. We have to throw all that stuff away and literally start over. But we have ourselves, we have our families, we have humanity, and we have a lot of assistance that is prepared to help mentor. But we have got to get our own acts together. And we have got to learn to believe in ourselves. You cannot empower yourself if you don't believe in yourself. And how can you empower others if you don't believe in yourself? You know? Wisdom comes from experience, and experience comes from poor decisions. Okay? Guys, we're going to be so wise at the end of this. We're all going to be Gandalfs and Obi-Wan Kenobis and Yodas. All of us. We're all going to be amazingly wise. You know, and when humanity makes that pivotal turn that I was talking about 20 minutes ago, when humanity makes that pivotal turn, whew, we're free. We're free to walk around the cabin. We are free to walk around the planet. We are free to explore anything that we want without being controlled and manipulated. Guys, we're there. It's coming. That fork in the road is coming. Okay? Have faith. Don't give up. Don't give up at all. Oh my God, we're so close. You know? So much, so many have given so much to get us to this place. You know? Spiritual energy, physical energy, spiritual realms, extraterrestrial races, white hats, human beings have given so much to get humanity to the fork in the road. You know? And there's going to be a sign. Okay? Tyranny or freedom? Tyranny or freedom? Tyranny, you don't have to take any responsibility for anything. You're just going to be a slave. They're going to tell you what to do and how to do it. And if you don't, they're going to beat the shit out of you. Or freedom means that you're going to be self-reliant, you're going to be self-responsible, and you can become any and all that you want to be. All on your own, without being controlled or manipulated, with all the assistance and tools that you need. Okay? To the right, freedom. To the left, socialism, tyranny, fascism, slavery. That's the contrast. Okay? Freedom is advanced maturity. It's advanced maturity and advanced citizenship. Tyranny is you're a loser. That's what you choose. That's my opinion.
Alex, are current chemtrails here to reverse the effects of the Cabal's original chemtrails, or visibly there is no difference? Do you know anything about that? Like anti-chemtrails or something?
That's a good question too. I do not have personal firsthand knowledge, other than what I've been told, is that a lot of the chemtrailing that we see in the sky is to reverse the chemical poisoning of the atmosphere. It's to neutralize it. Now that brings me up to another point. Whoever asked that question, thank you. Because remember I said way back I had something and I lost it? Wouldn't it be interesting? We have these biological agents and viruses. We have these horrible things that have been sprayed for 30 years, nearly 30 years in the atmosphere. Wouldn't it be really interesting if on a planetary level, high up in the atmosphere there, suddenly, out of nowhere, we had all these lightning storms. Lightning after lightning after lightning, high up in the atmosphere, where the lightning wasn't striking the earth, but very high up in the atmosphere. And these lightning storms were moving all across the globe. Lightning after lightning for hours and days, massive lightning storms, permeating the entire atmosphere of the earth, all the way down to the surface with ozone. Basically resetting the Earth's atmosphere. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be interesting? You know, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not. You know, in fact, the technology exists with HARP to do just something like that. And there are many HARPs on the planet, not just one or two or four. There's many that could be done. It also could be done by other means, with other resources, by other resources. But something like that would completely reset the Earth's atmosphere. Just think about that. Think about the possibility. You see, this is one of the things about being free, is you can allow your imagination to create solutions. And even though we may not have the technology to create such a solution, that doesn't mean that that solution isn't already available to us. You got to have faith. You have to believe in yourself, because when you believe in yourself, when you ask for something, it comes. It comes to you. Because it's a symbiotic relationship. All life, all dimensions, all consciousness, it's a symbiotic relationship. Okay? Know thyself. That's what this is about. For those of us who fell into time and have the wipe, we can't remember stuff just yet, we know ourselves. Right now, at the moment, we're not too clear about some stuff. Okay? But we do know ourselves. Otherwise, we wouldn't have made this decision to come down here. But we did it to be of service to others.
1 minute.
Guys, things are okay. They're going to be okay. There are going to be bumps in the road. I've told you that. The dark side's freaking. That's a very positive sign that they're freaking out. Don't buy the hype. Don't buy their bullshit. Okay? Go inside. Know what the truth is. You have the abilities to do that. If you find yourself overwhelmed, take a knee outside in the grass. Ground yourself to the earth. She knows what's going on. Okay? Creator knows what's going on. Your higher selves know what's going on. Okay? The dark side's already lost. We're just playing some shit out. And it has to be allowed to play itself out so that more and more people can awaken, so that the contrast is absolutely clear to everyone, so that when we hit the fork in the road, everyone's clear about what they want. Okay? That doesn't mean everybody's going to choose what we want.
What are some of the more advanced capabilities of the Andromedans that are not technologically related? We know about the telepathy, but what are their other developed skills such as teleportation, biolocation, telekinesis, levitation, any mind-related skills, etc.?
That's a great question. My limited exposure, I have seen levitation. The children do it. On a regular basis, they do it. M has said that he can do it, but I've never seen him do it. I guess it's just not a big deal to fly around the room to them. So, but to the kids, I would think that'd be a big deal. I mean, after all, they are children, and they're in the here and now, and they have the patience of a gnat or a hummingbird. So, that totally makes sense to me. Their healing abilities, the ability to use energy, is remarkable, and they all have it. As I have said, all of their sciences, they all go to school for what would be the equivalent in our time of 150 years. And they learn all the sciences, all the arts that their civilization, the foundation of their civilization is built on. And every civilization has a foundation, an identity, okay, of which it's built on, or it's supposed to, at least the ones that last do. And they continuously build and fortify that foundation by bringing the youngest to the newest and greatest information. They don't teach them stuff that's 30, 50, 100 years old or that isn't correct. So, but that's a whole nother story. So I know about their healing capabilities. I have not seen telekinesis. I've not seen them do that. Telepathy, obviously, because I've talked about Visayas. Well, I'm in the beginning, but Visayas was always telepathic. I don't remember some of the other things you said. But, they're fifth density beings. They're 6, 7-strand DNA. They're way ahead of the curve than where we are. And they grew up in a civilization that encouraged the development of these tools, that stressed how important it was to develop these tools and to use these tools, because it was part of our heritage and it's something that we all feel is about. And why would you not use these talents and abilities when you have them? So they stress that. And what it does is it creates a very well-developed being that is not only self-assured, but truly self-confident in itself, in himself or herself. Or in the case of the androgynous ones, themselves. And that's one of the things that I was so drawn to is their confidence in themselves and each other. It's kind of hard to put into words. You'd have to see it to really appreciate it. I don't want to say they're Superman, but they're like Superman, and they all are. And they're all on the same page. They're all at the same level. It doesn't matter young or old. So there's no question about equality. It never comes up at all. There's no question of who's better because they all do the same things. They've all learned the same things, the same technologies, the same techniques. They all have the same gifts, and they appreciate the gifts. And whether they choose to use them or not is entirely up to them after they've gone through all their education. But you know that they know. I think there's a lot to be said for that. It would be like, okay, Ben Carson, one of the finest surgeons in the world. Beethoven, one of the finest gifted writers of music in the world. Healers. There were so many great healers in the world. If you could take the best attributes of all of these people who we know and put them in an educational program to teach everyone else how to do these things so that we all could learn all of this knowledge, I think it would be absolutely remarkable. A compendium and an educational system built on compendium, the best of all things, the best of everything. And you put it all together and you teach this to everybody. And as they go through this program and they begin to see their own ability to do these things, to understand these things, to comprehend not only the talent, but what it means for humanity. I think it's natural that all of these kids, these students, would become more self-confident and more self-responsible because they would understand how wonderful these gifts are, this abilities, this knowledge. That's the law of consistency, which the A's practice and other civilizations practice. The law of consistency. Each generation that takes over doesn't start over. They are at a place where they renew the foundation. They renew the foundation of the civilization of which they're a part. They don't have to start over. They just succeed. They take over. They inherit all the best that their society has to offer. And it's handed to them for that next generation to take over. And they have a responsibility to do the same thing to the future generations as well, to take the best of civilization and hand it and pass it forward. I don't see any fault in that. I don't see a huge flaw in that whatsoever. What I see is a lot of pride. What I see is a camaraderie, a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a family of beings that Nothing could come between. Nothing could come between. It's so resilient because they all stand together. And you don't even have to ask. They naturally know to do this because of their education and the sharing of each other's experience. You know, I think humanity can do the same. I think we absolutely have that potential. But we got to drop a lot of bullshit. We have to knock that chip that a lot of us have on our shoulder. We have to let those chips fall. You know, and we need perspective. We need to form a new perspective about who and what we are and what it is that we want. And you know, over all the years, I've tried to share that. I may or may not have done it well. I don't know. I didn't come in with this training. You know, we just do the best we can. And that's all you can do. You know, is just do the very best you can and hope that it all works out. You know, and that you do the right things as a parent, you say the right things as a lover, you give of yourself, and you know, you try to cut down on the mistakes. But sometimes you have to make the mistake to know that it's a mistake. You know, it's not easy.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found it insightful, please like the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on future updates. If you have any questions relating to today's video, please also leave them below. We read all the comments and take on board what our viewers have to say about Alex Collier's work. Remember, your support helps Alex Collier's knowledge and the messages from the Andromedans reach more people. If you'd like to support the channel even more, you can give us a super thanks tip by clicking the heart icon with a $sign. It really helps our team bring you more content. Also, be sure to visit alexcollier.org to sign up for our regular email newsletter. It's the best way to stay updated with the latest news, exclusive content, and upcoming live webinars. For the latest insights from Alex Collier, check out alexcollier.live. And if you want to explore over 250 past webinars, head over to alexcollier.tv. Thank you for being a part of this journey and supporting Alex Collier's work. We couldn't do this without you, and we're genuinely grateful for your support. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the vast mysteries of our universe. If you would like to see the Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we hold a live online seminar every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information on upcoming live webinars, please visit alexcollier.org.